The past few years have been some of the most difficult in modern history. At some point, most people could attest to having experienced collective loss and grief, having heard bad news from all around the world, heard of tanking economies and an ever-growing polarized society. It becomes easy to focus on the very worst that surrounds us, to look at the places, the world, and the people in it don't measure up to our personal moral standards. It becomes easy to focus on the noise from Twitter threads against the silence of a world at a standstill. In her book, The Child Who Never Grew, Pearl Buck states that there is an alchemy in sorrow. It can be transmuted into wisdom, which, if it does not bring joy, can yet bring happiness. She isn't the first person to speak of the existence of hope in the midst of chaos. We often hear about how doors open when others close, or how we're supposedly made strong by the things that fail to kill us. There is a synchronous, double-edged sword ability that nature possesses to heal in the midst of loss and decay. And this is for me well represented in Bob Marley's Natural Mystic. Picture this. It's the 70s. Political leaders are getting assassinated, regimes are falling, and human rights are being violated. These are just a few examples of loss suffered by people. This is the world Bob Marley witnessed. In his own country, violence and crime ruled. In fact, Jamaican writer Marlon James states in an interview, the world Marley lived in was anything but peaceful. Jamaica in the 70s was filled with gangs, drugs, and unspeakable violence, with Bob Marley in the middle of it all, dogged and claimed by both sides of political upheaval. Like many of Bob Marley's songs, Natural Mystic is a song that raises awareness about the human condition. In the song, he alludes to the biblical concept of Armageddon by referring to the 7 trumpets blown by 7 angels, bringing about pain and disasters to the world. This is found in Revelation 8, verse 6 to 7. Then the 7 angels, who were the 7 trumpets, prepared to sound them. The first angel sounded his trumpet, and there came hail and fire mixed with blood, and it was hurled down on earth. A third of the earth was burned up, a third of the trees were burned up, and all the green grass was burned up. This is a metaphor for a burning world, consumed by brutality and self-sabotage. To add to this, Natural Mystic features as the opening track of the 1977 album Exodus, which Bob Marley and the Wailers created in a self-imposed exile in London following an assassination attempt on Bob Marley's life. It is fair to say that Bob Marley was aware of the state of the world and the wickedness he had experienced in it. In the song, he goes on to speak about the reality of suffering in the world, the violence that many, like himself, have to live through. Despite the passage of time, the message remains relevant. The truth of Marley's lyrics travel through time. The song does not succumb to the reality of a world on the edge of destruction. Rather, it highlights a natural force that dwells in nature and in the air, a natural mystic. For me, this natural mystic is hope. It's human resilience. It's the transmutable alchemy of sorrow. As the earth heals itself amidst the chaos and fire, so will the people. Although this might sound exaggerated, Marley wants us to find this quiet hope amidst the chaos of a crumbling world, a crumbling economy, healthcare, etc. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air, a force for good all around us. There is hope. There is a way out. This song is a special song in the album because although there are other songs in Exodus that overtly speak of hope, unity and healing, songs such as 3 Little Birds, One Love and Jamming, Natural Mystic, in my opinion, is a spiritual experience, a spiritual call. As the opening track of Exodus, it speaks to how Marley always believed that there are forces working for good, despite the grim and militant lyrics of many of the songs that come after it. That something invisible in and around us as the answers. Marley gives us a song that will resonate for many generations, especially if we continue to live in the world where the philosophy which hold one race superior and another inferior persists. So as we enter into a new year, Bob Marley calls us to focus less on the losses of the past years, but to open our ears to the restorative forces in the natural mystic. That maybe, if we listen carefully, we too will hear. Thank you so much for watching my very first video essay. I had so much fun putting this together. If you enjoy this content, please feel free to subscribe, share it with someone you love, and let me know in the comment section below which song do you listen to, or which song brings you hope to start this new year, or to start any year for that matter. Until next time, do take care.